معرفتش.
معرفتهاش. نص ساعة جيم.
لا بدو wątses.
ماشي. Taśmy. Gdzie to dziękanie? What the genetic? Okay, David joined.
Hello.
Hello. Hey David, how's life?
Hey. Yeah, it's fine.
Ich know it's unga.
Um, Now I'm working on my essays, working on all the technical stuff.
Mm-hmm. How's that going?
Yeah, well, fine.
Mm-hmm. Did you narrow down your list of universities at all?
Yeah.
So which ones are the ones now?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of them. So the ones in US and the ones in other places.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I was thinking about to applying to Technical University of Munich
Mm-hmm.
as as a second chance if I don't get accepted to US.
Right.
But in US, it's like, yeah, sorry, but
Is that part of top 50 or not?
yeah,
Munich, okay. Hey Gav.
Hi everyone.
Hey. It's Yerish's grandma's birthday today, so he's not gonna be joining. And then there is Hunt and there is Donora. Hunt messaged us. Yes, Donora. Gav, can you remind us the homework?
Yeah. So we had to uh, read the books, continue reading the books that she sent us. Uh, listening to audiobooks in Audible, and also you added 2 books in the chat for us to listen to.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's all I've done.
Can we have a list of the books to read?
Yeah. So William Zinsser on Writing Well. It's the book version. We had to read chapter 1 from this. Then
It
the
was
Call
the
of
30th anniversary.
Yeah, which is different from the Audible version. The Audible version is an audio lecture, which is based on the book, but it's not the book.
Mhm. After that, the Call of the Wild. Jack London, Daniel. The Call of the Wild. There is not a full name. University. After that, The Great Gatsby, and The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Right.
After you have,
You said something about university. I missed that.
yeah, that like The Call of the Wild, and after that there's University.
University.
Yeah, it's the name.
The name is University.
Not just University, but it's like Jack London, Daniel Absorb and Dyer, The Call of the Wild, and then University.
University.
Yeah, yeah. You can look here.
Let me. Telegram?
Yeah.
Doğaki publication jaanunnainstituuma.
Hamilton's.
Okay. Yeah.
Then The Great Gatsby and The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Okay.
We also had an essay, I think.
Okay. What's the essay?
The prompt was 1 minute. It was what is one thing that you don't have to do, but if you do, then it will greatly enhance your level and boost your chances.
Yeah.
And we needed to create a story with us as a main character.
Right. Famous story. Okay. And then from the previous time, we had 6 questions to ask yourselves every day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mega-cover is, she's already bunny head kafats comment aus money. It's ensure head kar kam hard stuff.
Ins զուտասպան essay բա story պետք է գրենք վենի դե որ բանը փես հարստեղ topic-ը ես տեղ հիշում եմ որ ոնց որ դուք դասի ընթացքում եթե չեմ սխալվում հարցրեցիք որն է ոնց որ բանը topic-ը ու ոնց որ վենի դե դոնարան էր
Հա։
ու դոնարը ոնց որ ստեղ paste արեց ես էլ հիշելով ոնց որ չեմ գրել էլի դրա վերաբերել essay
Այդ հիշելով չեմ գրեմ, այսինքն։
Այսինքն ես գիտեի, որ այդ զուտ ես հիշում եմ էլի, որ զուտ դուք ուզել եք այս բանը, topic-ը, որ գրել է for your admission essays, you are writing a story with a main character, somewhat based on your actual self, դրա համար ես չեմ գրել էլի դրանով։
Չեմ հասկանում դրա համար ոնց կա, դրա համար ինչ կապ ունի։ Այդ ուրիշ բան է, Գեբ ջան։ Դա տոներայի նախորդ էսեին է, ուրիշ բանի հետ կապված։
Okay.
Կարանք 6 question-ները post անենք։ Ձեր անունը գրեք, մեկը 6 question-ները այստեղ post արեք։ Մեկը ես նայեմ դրա հանձնարարությունը ոնց էր։ It was 6 questions to ask yourself every day, right?
Ես մի քիչ շատ եմ գրել, կլինի տենց թե
Կլինի։
6-ը ուղղակի տենց
Հա։
վեցած դնեմ։
Ինչքան գրել ես։
Hello.
Hello. Okay, we just started by recapping what the homework was, Don Arjan, and we are gathering the questions that you had to ask yourselves. So you can post that in the doc. Let me send the link of the doc just in case
Okay.
to everyone. Իսկ original այդ question-ների prompt-ը որտեղ էր գրած, որ 6 հարց ինչ պայմաններով։
Չաթում էր այդ գրած։
Չաթում էր։ Between the World and Me կամ Autobiography of Malcolm X, ով է սկսել։
Ես դրանք սկսել եմ ուղղակի մի քիչ հետաքրքիր չէին սկզբից մենք
Որը։
երկուսն էլ ես սկսեցի and Between the World and Me ինչ որ չհետաքրքրեց մյուսը սկսեցի հիմա ուզում եի հարցնել ինչ են այդ գրքերը կարևոր ես ոնց հասկացա իրենք ռասիզմի մասին են Ամերիկայում հիմնականում
Racism չէ, it's about race առհասարակ ու the what role it plays in the life of America. It's a very big topic for America. Խիա հետաքրքիր, հա, եթե հետաքրքիր է Ամերիկա ընդունվել, այդ պատճառով հետաքրքիր է։ So this is America. Այն մտքերը, այն logic-ը, այն issue-ները, որ այդտեղ լսում ես ու հասկանում ես, հա, դա Ամերիկան է, դա Ամերիկայի նրբություններն է, դա այնա թե ամերիկացին ոնց է մտածում։ Այդ հարցերը մենակ race-ով չի սահմանափակվում։ Այդ հարցերը գնում է ամենատարբեր ոլորտներ, հա։ Բայց ծանոթ լինել այդ պատմությանը, այդ մտածողությանը ու մեկը մի քիչ ավելի հին բան է, Malcolm X-ը տենց 20-րդ դարի պահա այս Between the World and Me-ն էլ բավականին թարմ վիճակը եւ հեսա էլի բան կասեմ դրա հետ կապված այդ պատճառով դա կարևոր է ինչ է կարծում օրինակ white people ու black people այդ պահով այդ տերմինի մասին ինչ կասեք
and white heel blacky
հա white Americans black Americans
the
թվում է
particular objective բանն է տերմինն է
մի հատ էլ
իմ կարծիքով ամենաօբյեկտիվ տերմինն է
հա կարծում ես
ուղղակի դա սր ու ամենահարմար որտեվ ինչ եմ կարծում այդ ինչ որ մեկին վիրավորի ու համել ինչ որ Afro-American չի երկար
հա
ու ոնց որ սխալել չի
Okay, նախ չեմ կարծում, որ ինչ որ մեկին վիրավորին, Ամերիկայում վիրավորական է այդ արտահայտությունը։ Որտեվ քո կարծելով չի ինչ որ մեկին վիրավորի, թե չէ։ Ինչ որ մեկը այս ամերիկական օրենքների իրավունք ունի, ասի գիտես, դա ինձ վիրավորում է։ Եթե դու ասում ես, չեմ կարծում, որ դա քեզ պետքա վիրավորես, ինքն էլ ասում է, գիտես, ինձ վիրավորում է, դու էլ ասես, բայց խիպտի քեզ վիրավորի, որ չուտի այդ քեզ վիրավորի, այդտեղ դու սխալ ես դառնում։ Ագին դեպքերում։ What do you guys know about էլի մարդ կար որ կոմենտեր ուզում անի դրա հետ կապված։
Ես ուզում եի ասել, որ օրինակ իմ կարծիքով այդ ավելի շատ ոչ թե հենց իրանց գույնի մասին է կոնկրետ, այլ այդ հիերարխիան ստեղծելու համար են այդ տերմինները օգտագործում։
Լավ։ Okay, հիերարխիան ստեղծելու համար ով է օգտագործում այդ տերմինը։
Ավելի շատ ոնց որ այն մարդիկ, ովքեր ինֆլուենս ավելի շատ ունեն, տենց են իրանց տարբերակում։
Okay, լավ, դա երբ էր ավելի շատ հիմա թե առաջ։
Առաջ։
Բայց այդ պահերը, ոնց որ ինֆլուենս ունենալու պահերը ամենաշատը հիմա է դաժե, քան թե առաջ։ Ну, առաջ եկար, բայց ինչ որ հիմա ավելի քիչ է։
Okay.
What do you guys think about black and white thinking?
Ը,
Հետ անկախ։ Race-ից անկախ։ What is black and white thinking?
It's when you think that things can be only bad or only good.
Okay, that's one example, yeah. Thinking. Can you guys see my screen?
yeah, but it doesn't move. Like,
What can you see?
yeah, but there is a picture and you're not typing anything and your cursor is not like, ticking.
Is that the case for everyone?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is black and white thinking? Black and white thinking, also known as all or nothing thinking, is a cognitive distortion where a person tends to view situations, people, or decisions in extreme polarized terms. Polarized, բևեռային չէ, it involves seeing things as entirely good or entirely bad, right or wrong, perfect or failure, with no room for nuance, complexity, or middle ground. Պատկերացրինք։ Հիմա եկեք այս տերմինները նայենք. Black Americans and white Americans. Is this an example of black and white thinking, or this is not?
I think it is.
Good, okay. Other opinions?
It depends on the community.
Okay.
If pe-
How can a person be black or white?
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Huh?
Yeah, I was talking. Yeah, I was saying that the thing with this black and white American is that a lot of people are in the middle, and also it has a lot of background around it, so that's why it may not be the best term.
Yes, it has background around it. And you are saying that a lot of people are in the middle. Let's understand the extremes. Like, what is an example of a white American?
Well, white American is someone with a European origin, maybe.
Let's take someone with a European origin. Huh? Why on earth would they be called white?
Yeah, because they're white.
They are not white.
they're closer to white than like brown.
Well, sure, they are closer to white than brown. You don't have to call them white.
I think it's like, I mean, black and white are the opposite colors,
Yeah.
and it's not the same as like momna like skin color and brown. So
By the way,
because
the skin color of the brown people is brown, and it's also a skin color.
yeah, yeah. I mean, var mı gülünç hatırlamıyorsun? I mean, like white people's skin color and black people's skin color are like not the opposites, and because there was slavery, because black people used to be slaves, they were graded as like lower.
Բայց դու արդեն այդ տերմիններն ես օգտագործում, because black people used to be slaves, հա? Այսինքն արդեն բաժանում դրվեց black people. What the heck is a black person?
What the heck is black person?
Yeah, what the heck is a white person? Because white and black are very concrete colors. And there
Yeah.
are no black people and there are no white people.
They're the same. They're actually the same. There should not be any distortion between them, but
Distinction.
distinction, yeah, between them. But like because of the slavery, because of the fact that
And
some people were
and then
not like.
continue with that, the term is not very objective. It's an extreme term. It's an example of black and white thinking. Hrant, hey.
Hi.
Right, we are talking about the terms of black people and white people. And I'm saying that these terms are kind of absurd because there are no white people or black people. It's absurd to call someone white and someone else black, because the black and white are opposite colors, but two humans are not opposite. And by calling them black and white, you create a divide.
Can I say something?
Sure, of course.
So there are a few races, and they're like Caucasoid, Negroid, but when we call people Negroid, they may get offended.
Okay, they won't get offended with Negroid if it's the official term.
I think it is outdated.
Sure,
They
it is
changed it.
outdated. Okay, but then black and white is absurd. Now, why do you even have to talk races? When you talk about like Italian or French, you don't talk about races. Why is there even a conversation of race? What the heck is a race? There is no race. There is just one race. It's the human race. There are people with big noses and there are people with small noses. You don't call them like big nose people and small nose people and say that, oh, this is two different races. Skin color is just one characteristic of the physical features of a human being, like bone size, huh? The structure of the cheeks, I don't know, the type of the hair. Those are just arbitrary things, similar to skin color. There is no inherent need to talk about different races. So the whole race conversation is racist. Why can't you just say someone, oh, this person is Nigerian, and that person is Chinese, and that person is Italian, that person is French, if you want to talk about something about ethnicity? Now, that said, calling people black and white is part of the current reality in America, and that's accepted. It's accepted in universities, it's accepted in politics, it's accepted everywhere. Now let's ask GPT and see what it thinks about that. Don't you think calling people Black Americans and white Americans is a type of like a white thinking? You raise an insightful point. Referring to people as Black Americans and white Americans does involve categorization, which can be seen as a form of simplified thinking. However, the intent and context behind these terms distinguish them from the cognitive distortion of Black and white thinking. Let's unpack this. Why these terms exist: cultural and social identity, societal structures, huh? Okay. Why would skin color be mentioned or be a uh, determining the ideal society? And why skin color is currently emphasized? Historical context. So those two books provide you with historical context about this very, very important and sensitive issue that America faces. You are applying to US universities. If they see that you are mindful and knowledgeable about very sensitive topics in their country while being from outside, that is a very big plus for you. On the other hand, if from your language it feels that you are ignorant about what is discussed, what is important, what is nuanced and sensitive in their world, then that will be a minus for you. So let's understand the historical context a bit. So at some points, Europeans have power in the US. The US is just starting, and they are exploiting Africa as well. So they're like, whoa, there are these humans that we conquered. Now we can use them as slaves, right? Why not? So let's put them in the ships and take them to America and make them work. Sounds pretty awesome, right? So they do that. And when they do that, not only some people of power do that, but also a huge part of the society living in the US starts looking at these people from top down. So they see them as slaves, they see them as inferior. So they say, okay, they also look different from us, huh? And but the first people who brought the Africans to the Americas were not the English. I think it was the Spanish. And Negro means black in Spanish. So they saw the skin color difference. They started to call them like that, and the entire society was divided. So the big American Civil War where in which Abraham Lincoln played a part is also coming from that root issue, and it is a number one priority thing about the US that you can know to be more aware of what the US really is and how it thinks and how it works. Okay. And then, so not just the people of power, but a huge part of the society was discriminating and behaving badly against these people. Now, during the Civil War, the country was divided into two parts, and one part was thinking that, hey, this is wrong, and slavery should not be there. And then there was the war, and then there was some kind of resolution. But the issue within the within the nation did not end with the war and did not end with the end of slavery. It is still a big issue in the US. It is very politicized. Nowadays, perhaps it's less about skin color, but more about perhaps political manipulation from this group or from that group. A huge part of the US, however, is still racist in that way. A very big part of the US behaves very differently based on skin color and ethnicity, like that. On the other hand, the university circles are hypersensitive about issues like that. Now, someone could write an admission essay about their identity. And someone could write an essay about how they think that they will look white in the US, but that is not their identity. They come from a country that is not part of that racial conflict, and you are not a white person. You are not a Middle Eastern person. You are just a person. You are a colorful person. One could criticize the current state of the racial conflict, but one could talk in their essays about the high society and how an ideal society should function and how things like race or intellectual differences between people can function in an ideal society and how the current society can get there. If you write deep stuff and bring a new perspective, that can be highly regarded by the university admissions offices. The US conflict is so old that they have been going around the same circles. Now, you guys, be it in the essays or as part of your being in the US, you can bring a fresh new thought to the situation. On the other hand, if you are ignorant, you can ruin your reputation in the university. If you are ignorant and you're like, hey, this doesn't interest me, and you go to the US and you think that you can voice your thoughts freely, but you don't have experience about voicing your thoughts around these kind of sensitive issues, Կարող պայտակ հանկարծակի մի հատ քեստվածող անմեղ բան ասես ու այդ լսող մարդկանցից չգիտեմ 95%-ը էլ կոչ չխոսա. So these are issues that you should understand sooner or later, and better sooner, because the more you understand, the more that understanding and that maturity is going to reflect in your writing, and that's going to boost your chances. Any questions? Հարցը առհասարակ ավելի նուրբ է, քան մաշկի գույնը։ Հարցը սրա մեջ է։ Այս ինչ մարդը սենց յուրահատուկ մարդ է։ Այն ինչ մարդը նենց յուրահատուկ մարդ է։ Մեկին թվում է, որ այն մեկը լավ չի, մյուսին թվում է, որ այն մեկը կարող է լավ է կամ օքեյ է կամ օքեյ չի։ Ոնց վարվել իրար հետ։ Ոնց ապրել հասարակությունում, երբ որ աշխարհի ամենատարբեր ծայրերից, տարբեր մտածողության, տարբեր կյանքի ձևերի, տարբեր խառնվածքի մարդիկ են իրար հետ։ Այդտեղ ոնց ընդունել նորմալ, ինչն է օքեյ, ինչը օքեյ չի։ That's the big question. is color and race are just the most simply viewable things in that context. Ամնա հեշտ տեսնվող երևացող բաները այդ մեծ կոնտեքստի մեջ։ Comments, questions? Let's look at the questions. So we have, okay, Ardine, David, Donara, but you guys are more than that, no?
Yes, sir, Pastor.
Kevork?
Yeah, Alpesh now.
Okay, let's start from David. How am I gonna keep in touch with my family and friends as I get older? I'm thinking this is not interesting. Why is this interesting, David?
Well, it's the thing I was thinking about recently.
Կներես?
Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking about when I was writing these questions.
Իսկ ոնց էր հարցը? Չո մեկը կարա գտնի կամ հիշեցնի ինձ այս։
Yes, բանը մարել, reply մարել chat-ում.
Thanks. During each of these days, ponder about an important, powerful, impactful question that you can ask yourself. At the end of the day, write down the question. Write down the question. Next Monday, you should bring the questions to class, 6 questions total. Ist facilities ասում բան։ Andri ամենատենց impactful question այդ օրվա։ During each of the days, ponder about an important, powerful, impactful question that you can ask yourself. Impactful, important, powerful, no? Դե գոնել ավ դրա մեջ անցկացնենք։ Why is this impactful?
Well, impactful, you can mean impactful on myself because the
On you.
questions were asked to myself. Yeah.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I think that people around me are very important, and I've witnessed many people lose touch with their friends or many different situations which I don't want to end up with. And I was thinking about maintaining the good friendships and touch with the people I love.
When
No
is
matter what.
when is this going to impact you?
I mean, let's say I go live abroad, and if I don't put effort in this, I may end up alone, or
So when you go
may
abroad,
have
right?
yeah.
When you go abroad. So when you go abroad,
No.
you can raise that question. I'm challenging that this is powerful now. I'm challenging you. I'm raising the possibility that maybe this is a distraction now. Because by pondering over this question, you can lose on the opportunity of going abroad. Because this is how am I gonna keep in touch with my family and friends as I get older, huh? But the power is now. Your action is now. The impact is now. So questions that can impact you now are the questions to ask now. This question you can ask in the plane. When you're on the plane and you're flying to the US, you can ask yourself, okay, hey, how am I going to keep in touch with my family and friends in Armenia? I'm challenging. I'm not like totally denying or something, but I'm challenging it. I always thought that when I needed to really care for my health, I would have a lot of money and would have nothing to worry about, but that can be not true. What am I doing to my body today that has a negative effect on it? Any answers?
Well, yeah. These are the aspects of my lifestyle that I'm trying to improve bit by bit. Like, well, it's the aspects of lifestyle that I need to improve.
When you ask the powerful questions, you don't need to worry about the answers. Your mind will work to find answers. Your job is to ask the good questions, and then the mind will have no choice but to find answers. And then when you have some answers, you can ask, how can I eliminate? And why should I eliminate these things from my life? Because by this question, you are identifying the negative things that you are doing to your body. And when you have a list, then you can say, why should I eliminate them to find good motivations to eliminate? And how can I eliminate them? College is the first step. What's next? Okay. Maybe again challengeable that you can achieve it. And then in college, you can ask yourself about what's next. But it's good to think about. What are the thought patterns that lead me to places I don't want? Okay. Now okay. Let's say you find all the thought patterns that lead you to places you don't want. Եվ երբ որ դու գտար այդ thought pattern-ները, դու այդ պահին invite ես անում դրանք քո RAM-ի մեջ, քո active memory-ի մեջ։ Եվ իրանք քեզ մոտ են ու դու կարաս touch անես ու իրանցով զբաղվես, Այս երկու հարցերը տարբեր impact ունեն։ What are the thought patterns that lead me to places that wonderful. So, այս երկու հարցեր տալը քեզ տարբեր տեղ են տանում։ Մաթեմատիկայում թվում է թե մեկը մյուսի համարյա opposite-ն է, եթե գտնես որոնք են, որ չես ուզում, այն մյուսներն էլ ուզում ես։ Բայց երբ որ դու հարցը սենց ես տալի, դու invite ես անում դրանք։ Երբ որ դու հարցը սենց ես տալի, դու գտնում ես դրանք, որոնք wonderful են ու սկսում ես դրանք օգտագործել։ Am I too optimistic? If I had a choice not to die, would I? Okay. Do you think you are too optimistic?
Sometimes I think that everything is going to be fine, and that may lead me to not be prepared enough. So, yeah.
Okay. Do you think you have aspects of pessimism also, or you don't?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is this an optimistic question or a pessimistic question?
Well, it's looking from outside. It's neither that or the other. It's just being conscious about am I being biased about something in either way.
What do you think your chances are of getting into a top US university?
I don't know until I tried.
Այն սկզբի հարցերը ավելի պեսիմիստիկ էին հնչում։ Դրա համար ասում կարող է էսել է pessimistic question, թե չէ։ So you are sad about some optimism that you have, and you are seeing that as bad, maybe. And you are saying, am I too optimistic?
No, I'm just I just want to have a cold head and look from outside to not make bad decisions.
Okay. How can I be balanced and cold-headed? So let's compare 6 and 7. So 6 is a yes and no question, yes or no question. And it either leads to disappointment or relief. 7 also goes to where you want to go. How can I be balanced, more balanced, and cold-headed? Բայց ինքը ավելի ազատ է ոնց որ այո ոչերից ու ավելի ոնց որ քեզ հենց ուղղում է այն լավ տեղը, որտեղ ուզում ես գնաս։ Ոչ թե просто identify անում, թե դու ոնց որ լավն ես թե վատ, օպտիմիստիկ ես թե չէ, բան, այլ ամեն միանգամից ուղղում է։ Questions in general, guys, are very powerful. Questions create your reality. The questions you ask yourself every day, they create your reality. The answers, most of the time, the answers come up naturally. You are in charge of the questions. If you find the right questions, the powerful questions to ask yourself, you can create the reality you want for you. And which is why you had this exercise. Հաջորդով ուզում իր հարցերը նայենք։
Իմանանք ամենավերևում է։
What will I do if I do not get into my dream university? What հարց չի, strachовкայոտ հարց է։ Any answers?
I'll search for other universities and for other methods to get knowledge that I want.
Ես հենց եմ առաջարկում, what can I do? What will you do? Որոշվելու է այն ժամանակ, եթե տենց լինի։ Դու հիմա չես կարող որոշես what will you do? You guys որոշես what are some options? What can I do if I do not get it? What will I do-ն ավելի ծուղակ նեղ տեղ է տանում։ What can I do-ն քեզ հնարավորություններ է տալի։ Oh, okay. I don't get into my dream university. I can do this. I can do that. I can do that. Now I can be calm. I don't have to worry. Huh? You have options.
Yeah.
What would I do after the university? Any answers to that?
I'll so ideally I want to like start my business, my startup, and like have a high income business. So
Okay.
high income business.
Հա, այս հարցի կարևորությունը ես տեղ եմ տեսնում։ Եթե մտածես, թե համասարից հետո ինչ կանես, դա քեզ կարող օգնի հիմա ճիշտ ճանապարհներ գտնել։ Այդ առումով կարևոր հարց է։ Ու Դավիթն է, չէ՞, ուներ այդ հարցը։ Հա։ Does everything have some form of consciousness? Okay. This is philosophical, metaphysical, spiritual. How the society will look like in the future. Okay, so there are two ways to approach this. One is the approach of the dreamer. The other one is the approach of the visionary. So, եթե ուղղակի երևակայես, թե այդտենաս ոնց կլինի, you can be a dreamer and think about what it's gonna look like, just for fun. Being a dreamer is not really a good thing. It's not a good thing. You can live in a dream life. The approach of the visionary, it can be interesting because by trying to understand where the society what the society will look like in the future, a visionary can start creating the startup or the business or the product that can boom in the future. Usually people are too late. They look at the past and they see what worked, what inspired them, and they want to replicate that in the present.
Yeah.
But the training for that has already gone. But by effectively understanding how the society will look like after 1 year and preparing for that and working on a product for the future rather than a product for the past can be a good strategy. Can a person handle full freedom? Yeah. Ooh, do animals feel emotions and do they actually suffer if they do not have consciousness? Huh? Your questions are curious. They are a bit too philosophical. Եթե ոնց որ մի քանիսը տենց լինի, okay, բայց եթե ամեն օր դու ոնց որ sense երևակայական հարցերով ես քեզ տանում, that can impact your real life performance and your results. Դու կարաս ապրես ու հետո մեկ էլ չհասնես ինչ որ բաների, հետո էլի ոնց որ ֆիլիսոփայական հարցերով քեզ տանես, հա? That also shows in your current performance and in your results that you are involved with too much hypothetical stuff, philosophical stuff. That's interesting, but bring yourself back on earth.
Okay.
Ընդհանուր պատկերը մի քիչ շատ երևակայական, ավելի երազային է։ Այլով կուզի։ Argine, what are the three most important events, people, things in my life that has shaped the person I am? Huh? Why is that important?
Because it's important.
Why is that important?
I just want to know like which specific events, people, and things. When it comes to people, I guess I know like at least two people who have shaped the quality of my life. But for events and
But
things,
I just want to know ուժեղ պատասխան չի։
Դե հարց է էլի։
Հարցայելի չենք ուզում, ուզում ենք powerful questions։ Ես որ ասում եմ why is that important, այդ ինչ է նշանակում։
Դե այս հարցը ինձ համար կարևոր է, դրա համար գրել եմ։ Ինձ հետաքրքիր է։
Դոնարա, եթե ես Արգինին հարցնում եմ, ասում եմ why is that question important։ Ես որն է դրա implication-ները, ինչ է ենթադրվում։
Թե պատճառը, թե ինչի համար է այդ դա կարևոր։
Հա, իսկ իմ հարցից ենթադրվում է, որ երևի կարևոր չի Արգինեի հարցը։
Ոչ, պետք է պարտադիր կարևոր լինի։
Այսինքն պետք է պարտադիր կարևոր լինի։
Այսինքն, եթե դուք հարց եք տալիս ինչու է կարևոր, նշանակում է, որ հետաքրքրված եք այն պատճառի համար, թե ինչու է նա մտածում, որ դա կարևոր է։ Ոչ թե ինչու է նա մտածում, որ դա կարևոր չլինի։
Իսկ ես մտածում եմ, որ կարևոր չի, եթե ես հարցնում եմ խիա դա կարևոր։ Դրանից հետևում է, որ ես մտածում եմ, որ երևի կարևոր չի։
Կամ դա է, կամ էլ դուք ուզում եք հետաքրքրվել ու իմանալ պատճառը։
Ոչ, երկրորդն է։ Եթե հարցնում եմ ինչու է կարևոր, արգին, չի նշանակում, որ ես մտածում եմ, որ կարևոր չի։ Բայց այդ իմ տված հարցն է, ուղղակի հարց։ Ուղղակի հարց է, why is that important?
Հիմա դրան պատասխան չեմ կարա ասեմ հետաքրքիր է ինձ։
Հա։ Ու ես օրինակ կարող եմ ասեմ. Because if you understand that, you can use it in your essays, for example. That's one reason that it's practically important, don't you think?
Okay.
Իսկ ես մի հարցը, what are three most important events, people, things that can shape me in the next month? What do you think about that one?
It's powerful.
Huh. Is my life based on my decisions or my fears? It's not based on your decisions or fears. Your decisions and fears have some impact on the events and circumstances of your life. But your life is neither based on your decisions and nor on your fears. Your life just is your life. But your decisions and fears have impact on the things that happen in your life. Comments, questions? Argine? Argine, are you here? Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yeah.
Can Argine hear us?
He's not in the meeting. I'm not mistaken.
Let me see.
She says that her phone turned off.
So let's wait for Argine to join.
O կներեք իմ ինտերնետից է ինձ թվում այնց հանեց։
Իմաստեղ ես։
Հա,
Are homeless and houseless the same thing? Maybe not. Այդ ավարտում ա քո հարցը։
չէ, դες հարցի պատասխանը ես չգիտեմ։
Սա։
Okay.
Does that complete the question? Does it make it satisfactory? Are you
Yes.
satisfied with that?
Yeah.
Դե եթե սենց հեշտ կարաս պատասխանես, ուրեմն կարող է այդքան է powerful չի։ Եթե ուզում ես powerful սարքես, հա? What is important difference between homeless and houseless? How does your inner energy field feel like? Whose? Argin?
I mean mine.
Yours. When?
In general.
It's a time function. Right now, you are feeling it. You are getting a sense of how it feels. It's what you're feeling now.
I mean, maybe how does my inner energy field feel like most frequently?
Most frequently, մի քիչ արհեստական է դառնում most frequently-ն։ Ինչ կարի կա most frequently։ And now it feels like the way it feels like. No.
Okay.
Իսկ թե սովորաբար ոնց է զգացվում, that's a mind question. That's not an inner energy field question because the future and past and frequently that those are mind concepts. Եթե դու րոպեն մեկ հարցնես, how does my inner energy field feel like? Ու րոպեն մեկ զգաս, օրվա վերջում դու կիմանաս թե how does it feel like frequently, որտեղ այդ րոպեն մեկ սա data point-ները կունենաս։
Հասկացա։
Հետո դու գիտես է, որտեղ դու ոնց որ հետևել ես քո այդ ներքին զգացողություններին քո կյանքի ընթացքում, so in a way you know how your inner energy field feels like. Huh? So what steps can I take to transform the feeling of my inner energy field? It's also a powerful question, and that reminds me of a book that you guys should either listen or read. It's called Who Do You Want to Be? Only be you.
Լավ
As
պատասխանը։
profession թե ոնց։
Չէ, տենց general։
What are you afraid of? Good question. Write it down. Are we dreaming? Some nights we do. What is the most resilient parasite, bacteria, virus, or an idea? Ask the opposite question. What's the most powerful human force? Why do you attach yourself to people? Why do you let go of people? Why do you?
I don't know.
Ask yourself, why do I easily let go of people? Did you ask?
Mm.
Hmm?
Yes.
Is your mind working to find answers?
Mhm.
Which question do you like better?
The second one.
How so?
I think
Why,
I can't handle them.
why do you like the second question better?
I think because its answer will answer to the first question as well.
How about this one? բոլոր լսում եք երեխեք, շատ կարևոր աշխատանք է։
Այո,
Այո։
Yes.
Why do you ask yourself the second question frequently?
I'm sorry, what you mean by second?
This one.
Yeah, this one. Do I understand correctly? Let go of people, that means do not attach yourself to them, right?
The opposite of attaching. Now, so do not attach is the neutral, and let go is the opposite of attaching.
Yeah.
So, what's one good answer to this one?
I mean, don't you think that it may be irrelevant for some people? Because some people do not let go of people easily, and why do you ask yourself the second question frequently is not relevant to them.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Հենց այդ աներպությունը։ Arginen sense չէր. Why do you easily let go of people? By asking yourself this question, you become more like that. It's not a truth or false thing. It's what the question makes you become.
Don't you think that in a sense is like lying to yourself?
No,
Because the question,
it's not a truth or false thing. It's a creation.
I mean, well, you're asking a question about something that doesn't exist in your situation.
It's not a question. It's creation. It's
Well, creation would be
inner-
like, I'm the kind of person who does this or that.
That's a statement. Asking a question to yourself can be creation. When you're asking why do you easily let go of people, your mind finds good reasons to easily let go of people. Why do you easily let go of people? This here is one way to rephrase that. What are good reasons to easily let go of people? And why do I do that from now on? This is a powerful method to change habits. Let's say you have an apple in your hands and you throw that out of the window. And someone says, "Hey, why did you throw that apple out of the window?" Your mind starts to come up with good answers. Because I wanted to do that, because I didn't like the apple, because it was fun, because there was something outside and I wanted to hit that. When you ask why do you easily let go of people, your mind searches for good answers to easily let go of people. When you have good reasons to easily let go of people, you will easily let go of people. Much more easily. Don't you think?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I understand how this can be a bit strange in the beginning, but open your mind into it and you can see the power and the magic in it. Why do you ask yourself the second question frequently? Because it's a good question and it's good for me to ask that. That's the reason why I do that more. And what is one emotion you experience frequently? Why is uncertainty so scary? Why is uncertainty so fun? Why is it good to learn to live? Certain example, because always certainty and if I am better with it, so life beautiful, interesting. Means certainty is awesome. Love it. When I find it. Does control give you certainty? An illusion of it. Donara,
Yeah.
what did I discover today that challenged my beliefs, and how did it make me feel?
So before starting, I want to say that I did everything in the opposite way. So my questions were based on the experience I had those days.
Uh-huh. What did I discover today that challenged my beliefs, and how did I discover today that challenged my beliefs? Do you have answers?
Yeah, I tried to find answers. Okay, it was like I realized that taking small breaks doesn't slow down my productivity.
So that's the discovery, huh?
Yeah.
Did that make me feel? What did I discover today that challenged my beliefs? Բայց արդեն զգացել էիր, հետո հարց տվեցիր, հա?
Yes.
Հա։ Դե այդ ժամանակ էլ հարցը այդքան powerful չի լինում, impactful չի լինում, որտեվ եթե
Եթե մենք
հարցում ես,
Եթե մենք ռեֆլեկտիվնեսի պահով անենք, այսինքն այս հարցը տվել եմ, որպեսզի այս շատ self-awareness-ը develop անեմ։
բայց եթե արդեն aware էիր, նոր ես տվել, եթե արդեն գտար, հետո նոր հարցնում ես։ Երբ ասում ես, սենց բան ջոգա, ինչ լավ է, հետո հարցնում ես, բա ինչ եմ գտե։ Այդ ոնց որ easy question է, էլի այդքան powerful չի։
Եթե այդպես մտածեի, ես բոլորն էլ այդպես եմ արել, որովհետև ես պատասխանը գտնելուց հետո եմ գտել մի հատ հարց,
Հա,
որը այդ պատասխանը տալիս էր։ Երբ ես սխալ եմ հասկացել ընդհանուր առաջադրանքը։
դե բանի, այնեղ որ շեշտին նայես, որ question-ը պետք է լինի powerful կամ impactful։ Հենց կարաս քեզ check անես, որ what is the power in this question, հա, what impact does asking
Այսինքն եթե հեշտ է պատասխանել, ուրեմն այդքան էլ impactful չէ։
կարա լինի, բայց կարանք հիմա քոնին մի ուրիշ տեսենք, ինձ ասենք նայենք, հա, այս ինչն էր, որ taking small breaks, թե ինչ,
Yeah. Եթե
break,
ես փորձեմ սրան գտնել ուրիշ պատասխան, ապա կարող եմ սա հաշվել impactful question։
չգիտեմ։ What did I discover today that changed my beliefs? Anything I can discover today that has been laying around me, but I haven't discovered yet. Ինչ խառն եմ գրում, բայց հասկանում եք, that will challenge my beliefs and help me get to the next level. Anything I can discover today that has been laying around me, for a time. Այսինքն նենց բան, որ principi կողք տա կարայիր տեսնեիր, բայց հələ չես տեսել ու հարցնում ես, որ գտնես։ Anything I can discover today that has been laying around me for a time, but I haven't discovered, that I haven't discovered yet, and that will challenge my beliefs and help me get to the next level if I discover. So this can prompt you to find new things that are close to you, but you have missed so far.
Yeah.
In what ways did I show up as my best self today, both for myself and for those around me? In what ways can I show up as my best self in the next week? Such ways that What new ways can I show up as my best self uh, in self day and in the next week? Այս ինչ էր, այս in a tough moment today, այս հաջորդն է, չէ՞։ Mm. In a tough moment today, did I react or respond?
Իսկ ես հարցը այստեղ մի քիչ սխալ եմ ձևակերպել։
What lesson from that? Դե հիմա վերաձևակերպում ենք։ What lesson
How
from
did I react or respond?
Չէ, դու հարցում ես did I react or respond? Այսինքն просто react եմ արել անգիտակցաբար, թե consciously respond։ Տենց չես հարցնում։
Բայց ես մի քիչ ուրիշ ձև էի հասկացել։ Այսինքն react-ը որ ես գրել էի, այսինքն react-ը տալ, is respond-ը react-ը տալ խոսելով։ Այսինքն այնպես արել, որ նույն բանն է, ուղղակի տարբեր ձևերով։
Հա։ So ուզում ես ասես how did I react or respond, չէ։
Հա։
What lesson from that could shape a better response next time? This is powerful. In a tough moment today, how did I react? How did I react or respond? What lesson from that could shape a better response next time? Or what lesson can get from that shape a better response next time? This is powerful enough. Այս ինչա, inch closer, Did I inch closer to my big dreams today? Did I inch closer? Այսինքն
Մոտենալ։
տենց ասում են։
Դե երևի հա։
So,
Մի քանի տեղ լսել եմ, այդպես որոշել եմ օգտագործել։
մեծ մի բառ ավել չկա։
Չէ,
Dreams today.
կամ ստուգեմ։
Ոստուկի։ Մենք էլ իմանանք, ոնց ես GPT-ին տպիմ։ Did I make progress? Is also concisely, however, if you're aiming. Good. Awesome. Thank you, Lord. Did I inch closer to my big dreams today? If not, what was the reason behind it? Եթե հենց sense հարցնես, did I inch closer to my big dreams today? Կարող պատասխանը միշտ yes լինի, որովհետև ինչու հարաբերական էլի, դե համ մի քիչ մոտեցա։
Ժամանակով որ մեկ եմ։
Օրինակ, կամ դե գոնե մի ստից մի բան արեցի, What was the reason behind it?
Եթե նկատեմ որևէ գործողություններ, որ ես արեցի, որոնք ինձ ուղղեցին դեպի դա։
Բայց էլի այո ոչով թողենք, թե ասենք թե how can I
Հա, կարելի է։
closer to my big dreams today? How can I inch closer today? Double the effective Yes. Each day. So you can ask this to yourself in the morning. How can I
Yeah.
get closer to my big dreams today? Double the effectiveness of an average day of the past month. Ez fantasticum. Ինչ քան էի, ասել մոտենում, հա? Ամեն օր.
Yes.
How can I double that today? It's a good statement for a powerful day. When you ask that to yourself, your mind starts to find good answers and create ways and create a schedule, create motivation for you to act in certain ways to magically manifest that.
Mhm.
If today were a practice run for my ideal day, what would I change to make it better? Էլի երեկոյան ես հարցնում թե ոնց if today were a practice run for my ideal day, what would I change?
Նույնիսկ երեկոյան, այսինքն այդ day-ը վերջացել է։ Հիմա մտածում եմ, ինչ ես կարող եմ փոխեմ, որպեսզի դա ինձ համար ավելի մոտ լինի իդեալական օրվան։
What would I change? Կարող թողենք ես մեկը. What would I change to, I think, make it 50%?
Mhm.
Because better, հարաբերական է, ասենք 1% better is also better. No?
Հա։
This one can be create more impact. What would I change? Is there maybe anything maybe something simple that I can change that would increase my effectiveness 50%? If so, then I'm happy to do that. What moment or insight sparked a sense of wonder or motivation today? And how can I keep that feeling alive tomorrow? Սկիզբը լավ է սկսվում, keep that feeling alive-ը մի քիչ survival mode է.
Դե։
How can I make that thrive tomorrow?
Mhm.
So awesome. It worked for me today. Let's keep on making progress on that and making it thrive.
Yeah.
And if I could choose the way I die, what would it be? Will there be happiness after me? What makes me feel alive? If I could choose the way I die, what would it be? How is this impactful, powerful for you?
Actually, I was thinking how to start my list. To start with the most impactful question or what, and then so maybe I can write a question that I've been asking myself a really long time. It was around I was 14 when I saw this question in a series, and after that, kind of not if not every day, but really frequently, I've been asking myself it, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a question that has been with me for a really long time.
What are you?
Human?
So, answers to any of these?
No,
Ոչ մեկին։ Ունեք ես վերջինը հեշտ է։
since I started to understand like the world around me.
Այդ մի քիչ հարաբերական է, օրինակ, when you were one, you understood the world around you, more or less. You knew that you need to move your hands and feet in this or that way in order to transfer your body through
I
space.
mean, to be conscious of all the situations, everything that happens around you.
You are not even now conscious of all the situations and everything that happens around you. You're conscious of some of it. Imagine when you started to speak and you could say mom and dad and food and maybe 30 more things. Did you know that you were a human?
I don't think so.
Yeah, chances are you didn't. You just know that you were. You had that feeling, I am here. And you saw the world around you and you had learned to surf it. And then what would be the time when you learned that you're a human?
Around 10 years old.
I was thinking maybe earlier. Երկրորդ դասանցիները չգիտեն, որ նրանք մարդ են։ I was thinking maybe within the first or second years you start speaking and asking questions. Maybe kids say, "Hey, mom, like, what is that? Oh, that's a dog." And what are us? Oh, we're humans. And it's a time when we are very gullible and we believe what we hear. They say there is Santa Claus, we believe. They say we're human, we believe. And from a classification point of view, it's useful. This is a tree, this is a flower, that's a dog, that's a human, that's a monkey.
But if we're gonna move with this logic, we can't find any precise answer to the first question. Who are we?
Who are you, Te? What are you?
What are you? I mean, we can say at least that we are a bunch of atoms.
Questions are more powerful. they matter more than answers in this case, I'm thinking. It's not about like whatever is written here. What are you? Whatever is written here, it's just a string of symbols that abstractly points to a certain part of the world and reality.
But based on that bunch of syllables, we are saying new questions. So if we don't have that part, we can't say any more questions.
Maybe. But when you ask yourself, what are you? Your mind does an important job. It goes to the source. It inquires. That's the power of that. It's not about the final answer to find and write here. Huh? When you know what you really are, it's okay if you write it or if you keep it secret. How old is the universe?
It was always there.
Not scientifically.
Well, scientists say that the Big Bang was around 14 billion years ago.
Right. And how old are you?
17.
Is this an arbitrary point of time in time and space reality? Or is it a very special point of time?
Well, I think that the term spatial is made up by humans, and time it doesn't apply to time.
Yeah. So scientifically speaking, isn't it an arbitrary, just a random point of time in
Yeah,
the
sure.
and then so you're 17, and if I choose an arbitrary point of time in the life of the universe of like a dozen billion years, right? Was it 14 billion you said?
Yeah, close to it.
Yeah, let's say 14 billion. So if I take a random point of time in 14 billion, so starting from minus 14 billion to plus, I don't know, 3,000. How likely is it that that random point of time would be between your birth and death?
Yeah, it's very unlikely. But I don't get what you're trying to say.
And yet you exist. So either you're super lucky and you won the lottery, that this time is not before your birth and it's not after your death, so that you don't exist. Either that, or else another possibility that maybe explains things with more probability. So if everything is energy in the universe, which physics-wise it is, so atoms and electrons are not really things, but they are just abstract representations of energy. But energy doesn't have like a particle size. So energy-wise, you can zoom in an atom, and you will find an ocean of energy. It won't be just one atom. So first of all, you are that energy. And then second of all, or third of all, you are a human. But first of all, you are the matter that the human is made of. You are the energy itself. And then that energy has formed certain patterns in your brain, and your neurons work in certain ways to send each other some information for some of your brain to have a state that reads, I am human, or I was born in this certain year. That's in your brain. That's more abstract. That's a level of abstraction bigger, higher than the deeper truth of you being the energy. So when you are the energy, you are. And then when you make something complex and beautiful of that energy, and the complex thing can speak and utter voices and words and calls itself a human. But first of all, you are the deeper thing. You are the energy that made it. You are the energy that the human is made of. And we know that energy doesn't die. And hence, you always are. And the fact that this is a random point of time that you're alive is not surprising because you always are. You are now, you are a million years ago, you will be a million years later. That's why it's not surprising. You didn't win a lottery. It's just a simple reality that you always are.
But when we say like when energy comes and it fires our neurons, then we realize that we're human. Wouldn't that answer to another question? Who are we, not what are we?
Which one? A human, huh?
Yes.
Hun, Awelishat Bana, I think. Who are you? I'm a doctor. Huh? I'm this person. But what is goes deeper? The who are you assumes something, assumes that you're a person, and it asks about which person you are. But what are you asks about the fundamental nature of you. So the who dies, the who you are on a form level, the person that has a name, that dies. But death is not the opposite of life. Death is the opposite of birth. And then Argine asked me an interesting question the other day, and I want to answer it for everyone. She asked, what religion do you belong to? And the answer is that, of course, I don't belong to any religion. I'm interested in questions of truth, in questions of the universe. I'm interested in understanding the truth, and I'm interested in living a good life. But I cannot belong to something that was human created. Trying to be in this universe and figure things out. And then if we can help each other to figure things out and create awesome things, and help each other become more powerful and make a team. I like that idea. Will there be happiness after me? How do you mean?
Like, will they be happy, kind of remembering or doing something related to me? I mean, when are like there are lots of bands, music bands, that the former members died, but when I now listen to their music, I feel happy. So, I don't want people to remember me like that.
You don't?
Hmm?
You don't say you do.
I do.
Ah. Do you want them to remember you? Is that what you want? Or do you want to live a life that's worth remembering and
The
you want,
second one, to live a life that will worth remembering.
yeah. So and then with the second question, are you asking uh if that's gonna be the case or not?
Can you repeat the question?
Are you asking if that's gonna be the case or not?
I guess it's gonna be the case.
So then what are you asking? So how can I make sure? How can I uh, do my best? Yeah, that make why is that becoming reality every day? What makes me feel alive? It's awesome. It's a good question. Or am I leaving unfinished? How do you mean?
Uh, for this cycle, kind of my life, I'm really thinking that I'm leaving something unfinished, or maybe I'm not doing my best. So that kind of feeling doesn't leave me.
Mm-hmm. What unfinished things are there in my life that are worth finishing. And what are reasons to prioritize and execute on them? If happiness were a place, what would be my journey towards it? Huh? Happiness is a place. What is a good journey to happiness? Konumatochi. What will be my journey towards it? Yeah, in a way, it is a place. I wish that as if neusum hane, or it is sort of a place. And what is your journey towards it? If I wrote a memoir, what would be the final line? It's very interesting. Can you think of that?
Actually, yes.
Did you?
Yes.
Can you share?
Uh, I lived, and that was enough.
I need that was here. Izgete, that was enough. El Hikari kunas gnes, or that was enough. Oh, yes, I lived.
I mean, I want to say like, um, I don't want to go towards something like material thing or all of that stuff. I just want to live this life and make other people's who surrounds me for a partial, uh, partially to make them feel that feeling too.
Mhm. It sounds like you were so life. Consideração, that was enough. Thanks.
Yes.
This is interesting. In the future, I think you can come up with better ones also, especially when the time comes for you to write a memoir. Something awesome will come up. If my every year was a chapter of the book, what would be the name of the chapter 2024? Interesting. Any answer for this?
Actually, for this one, no, because I mean, I need to come to the like December 31 to really understand what's going to be the chapter, because every day can really define how the whole year will feel in the years after.
It's fair. What's the answer to that question that tortures me? So I'm guessing you're referring to a specific question.
Actually, I'm referring to find the question.
To find the question. What's the question or the answer?
Uh, to find the question, then find the answer to that question.
Yeah, okay. But you know that it exists. There is a question that tortures you, and you need to find.
Yes.
Interesting. Or what would I do differently if I knew no one would judge me? This is also powerful. It's a good question. Did you think around that?
I guess nothing, because I mean, I don't care that much about the social opinion.
Well, it's easy to think that. It's easier, much easier to think that than to actually be that. And then 10, if I could see the world through someone else's eyes, who it will be and what's gonna be the color. Whose eyes would you like to see the world in?
A child eyes,
You are a child.
uh, not this age child, like around 2, 3 years old, when they don't understand anything. I
Right.
mean, right now, I don't think that I understand everything, and I have lots of things to learn in the future. But uh, I can see like really how bad or good things happen, and when the children don't understand it, they are kind of really pure souls, and to experience that is really great.
Yeah, especially, well, one thing is that you were there at some point. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is, however, if you could like instantly transfer from this age to a young age and like see the world in a kid's eyes for 2 minutes, and but to have like the wisdom that you have
Yes.
now and then to come back here, that would be super awesome. Huh? Now,
Mm-hmm.
it's not really about the age. It's not really whether the kid is like 2 year old, meaning the Earth did 2 circles around the sun after the birth of the kid, right? It's about a state of mind. It's about a state of being. So you can leave that in this age. You can access that state of mind. You can be transferred in a state of mind where you are free of all concepts and mental knowledge and just purely looking at the world. And that's a powerful place to be able to access such states. People who lose their memory access something similar. When something happens and they forget who they are, right? But they don't forget like what an apple is, for example, but they forget who they are. And they see the world over again. Now that reminds me to another book. Uh, it was, and the author had a similar experience. But this book I also remembered when looking at some of the other questions, but I forgot which ones. Am I more afraid of failure or consistency? Consistency in a good way or in a bad way?
I mean, I don't like consistency. So when like consistency in a way, when people do the same thing over and over again, I don't like it. Like when I see people who really kind of flashing down their lives and living that gray consistency, doing it over again, I don't like it.
Aber la barka dramada le khikotov of kuhushin la barka.
Monotony.
Consistency elo inch kasi.
Discipline.
Չէ, we're looking at a negative word.
Monotony.
Բառ կար։
Monotony.
Ռուսերեն մի հատ բառ կար, կոչվում էր ռուտինը։ Կարող է դա լինի, թե չէ։
Բայց դա այդ ռուսական մենտալիտետի բառը։
Are you looking for addiction or something?
Չէ, երևի այդ monotonին է գցել, որտեղ consistency it's a usually it's seen with positive connotations. So we don't want to change it too much.
Repetitiveness. Sure.
In a way. It's monotony, huh? And what would my dreams think about me if they could speak? And what would my dreams think about me? They could speak or think.
Մի քիչ տեղ լավ չի ստացվել, բայց դու այս sync-ի մոմենտը կարելի է փոխել speak.
Believe. Say. Sensitively realistic thereof. Okay, so two books that I mentioned, one was okay, Loving What Is, and the other one is, which one is the other one? Ask and It Is Given. Given, please. Let me think of what format I can suggest you guys to look at them. Okay, the first one is quite intriguing. The second one is also interesting. And then I want to play the following game. Okay, for next time, everyone prepare a 3 to 5 minute startup pitch. So if you have a startup or business idea, you can develop on that and make a pitch. So pitch-ը sense է, որ 3-ից 5 րոպեվա ընթացքում փորձես նկարագրես ու մարդկանց համոզես, որ դա լավ իդեա ու ներդրում անեն քո ստարտափի մեջ։ Հա? Business idea. A pitch, if you don't have one, then come up with one. Feel free to consult AI if you need, or whatever. Just bring a polished idea that you worked on and are actually interested in. Also, on your page, that's as well. As part of the process, find good resources, YouTube videos, articles, books on startup pitching and share them in the discussions group. And, and Oracle startup pitch. Այս session-ից հետո այդ ամեն մեկի ծիծյաններից, այդ բոլորից կարող է մի 2-3 հատ ընտրենք ու թիմերի բաժանվեք ու մի 2 շաբաթ աշխատեք այդ ստարտափի վրա ձեր թիմով։ Պատրաստ եք ինչ-որ բիզնես պլան մշակեք եւ այլն։ Եվ հետո նաև կարող ձեր համալսարաններին ասեք, որ you work on a startup project. And you could tell them about it if you want. Questions? Սախվարզա, դե եթե հարցեր կա ասեք, հետո չասեք։ Այս բա չի հասկացին, բասխալի հասկացին։
Այս հարցի վերաբերյալ չի, բայց եթե մի 10 րոպե ժամանակ կա, կարանք իմ Chicago-ի supplement-ներից մեկը նայենք։
Ես թվում է հենց հիմա չենք հասցնի։
Okay։
Դու մի հատ հենց այս հարցի համար հարցնում։
Հա, հրանտ մի հատ ուղարկի ինձ ու
Մենք
ասենք դերից։
մենք ինչ որ manageable բան պետք է մտածենք, որ օրինակ ռեալ է հիմա անել, թե ինչ որ abstract բաներ կարելի անել։
Չէ հիմա։ Եթե ռեսուրսներ ա պետք, կարաս pitch անես, կարաս ասես $1 միլիոն տվեք կանեմ, բայց ռեալ։ Կարաս ասենք այս ստարտափը իրականացնելու համար, ասենք այս մարդու աջակցությունն է պետք լինելու, ինքը չգիտեմ, այսքան փող կուզի երևի դրա համար, հետի սենց անենք, հա? Բայց լրիվ ռեալ։ Good question. Does it answer?
Yeah, thanks.
Էլի կա clarify անելու բաներ, որ չեն կարել։ Awesome, դե այսօր ավարտենք։ Merci բոլորին հետաքրքիր հարցերի համար։ Դե կապի մեջ առայժմ։ Ինչ շատ։
Առաջ
Լսի
Հաջողություն։
կստություն։
Հաջողություն։
Այցուն։